What kind of art do you make?
That's question number one, right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, and my name is Blake Andrew Roten. That's why I go by my initial full name / pseudonym Bar, because Andrew's my middle name. Shall I finally answer Natalie's first question? My name is Blake Andrew Roten, and the kind of art I like to make are pencils, inks, and watercolor artwork. I like to make cartoons and comic styled artwork. You know, I like to make that, and I usually start with pencils. Then I do the ink tracing on the penciled outlines, and then I do the pencil shades on where to do my ink shading, stiples, and crosshatches. And then I put watercolor under the penciled and inked illustrations after that. And that's how I get my inspiration, because I was inspired by the Mirage Ninja Turtle comics and Service the Aardvark from my hybrid art style, especially in the Ninja Turtles black and white comic series, where they mixed cross hatches with watercolor textures in those gray tones, you know? If you ever read those books.
Do you have a piece of art to show me? Can you tell me about it?
Oh, yeah, I definitely have one that I'm most proud of. And that second question, very easy to answer with the share content option. Let me see if I can bring that up. Oh, yeah. I have one I know I liked for a long time. Gonna jump to my special album. Oh, yeah. I have one I'm definitely most proud of. One I know that's often defined the mood. Oh, yeah. A real mood feeling. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Actually, I'll add 3 of my favorites, of course. Here's my top 5 favorites so far. Hope you like them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. This is my Emerald Kappa's illustration that I did 3 years ago after I got into that Tomoe So spiritual remake / true story reboot called The Disaster Artist. And yeah, it's definitely like a mix of those. And I was inspired by both the original Black White Ninja Turtle comics and their old watercolor editions, where the old Mirage Turtle color editions had full-on watercolor to go with that feeling. And again, I was also inspired by the watercolored comic covers that the Mirage Turtles had, where they showed that not only were they black and white, but they all wore red masks, 4 red masks in the colored covers back in those days. And that was the truth. Yeah, and this one with the grays and color highlights definitely defined the mood. Just like the Sin City movie, if anyone's seen that, they showed distinct color mood highlights that defined what was going on in a gray toned world, you know? Oh, yeah. And there's my original character, Larry Lizard, who I made into a treasure hunter and adventurer like Nathan Drake and Knuckles the Echidna. And he likes to take home gem-based statues inspired by the animalistic corrupt gem beast from the Steven Universe, which I took inspiration from, and I decided to make a Zircon Aardvark statue based on the first issue's date of release that Service the Aardvark's first issue came out, which was December 1977, if you remember that. And here it is in full color. Oh, and this is my work on drawing 3 Sonic characters as human beings. Since I've seen a lot of humanized Sonic fan art on such fun, entertaining occasions. And I decided to take inspiration for those, and also take inspiration from the Sonic 06 cover's back cover of Eggman and Elise, and create that visual feeling right there. This is why you can see their crosshatched outlines through that sky. I even created the depth in the layers of grass blades to show just how distant they were. The robots in the distance you can barely see in black and white, but in full color you can see them clearly. And that's where things get really, really interesting. Okay. And that was about it. Those are all my top 5 best things I could show. I think I'm done with that.
But what do you like about working at ECF?
Let's see. I've been working at ECF for over 7 whole years since September 2013, after I graduated high school on June 2013 at the time. And I guess what I started liking about it was I could draw whatever I like to draw in color with whichever color medium I could use to color it in, you know? I definitely used to have that kind of freedom back when I was at the ECF in Culver City. And now it's been 4 years since I've been working at the ECF in Inglewood. And 7 whole years since I've been an ECF artist. And honestly, I'm happy and content with what I do there. And I would love to get back there once again once this pandemic is over. That's it.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me about your art practice?
My art practice? That I can definitely answer. You see, my main art practice started when I was drawing like Seth MacFarlane and his 3 Seth MacFarlane cartoons back in the late 2000s. I used to draw like Seth MacFarlane when he drew Family Guy. I mean, when he created Family Guy, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show. Of course, my Seth MacFarlane drawing style, aka Family Guy art style, was very, very crude and not so good at the time. But I had a lot of fun drawing Family Guy style artwork in Mass High School. That's where my art practice began. And then I tried to draw like Don Bluth and mix his drawing style with my Family Guy art style at the time. And then around 2014 to 16, I started drawing like the Dreamkeepers webcomic slash indie graphic novel series made by David Lilly and his wife Liz Lilly. So from that point on, I started to practice drawing like the Dreamkeepers creators using the Dreamkeepers art style that I practiced on at the time. Then sometime when I got to the ECF in Inglewood, I started looking up a hybrid art style. I learned that the Mirage Turtle Comics had a mixture of watercolor textures under cross hatches at the same time. And that's what I realized from this day on, I wanted to create my own hybrid original art style. Mix a Jack and Dexter PS2 character design drawing style with the Ninja Turtle creators drawing and watercolor crosshatch shading style altogether. And that's how I create my hybrid art style today. One of these days, when this pandemic's over, I would love to get back to doing independent artwork at ECF. Just drawing and coloring illustrations by making pencil and inked watercolor artwork. And that's the end of my 4th and final answer to you today.